Spiritual sense is more secure than rational analysis. Xiefeng, December 26, 2020. Translated by Qin Yu and edited by Care. People have six senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch, and spirituality. Their perception and cognition of the material world depend on their five physical senses, while those of the non-material world depend on their final one, their spirituality. For example, the past and the future, heaven and hell, the physiological field and interactivities of others, and future good or bad luck cannot be recognized and perceived by their physical senses, but only by their spiritual perception and recognition. Perception and cognition of the future can be based on rational analysis, but that is extremely unreliable because it depends on pre-existing knowledge. While knowledge comes from the summary of practical experiences in life, the teachings of predecessors, and from books by way of the physical senses, these things have their limitations. Past experiences can never solve the difficulties and predicaments faced in the present and future. Furthermore, historical experiences are mostly distorted records, many of which might even have been fabricated based on limited clues, such as the abdications of Yao, Shun, and Yu, that people have always admired in Chinese history. Perhaps it was not at all as it was recorded in Sima Qian's historical records. It is useless to use unreliable knowledge and experiences to analyze and speculate on future scenarios, and the conclusions drawn by logical inferences from questionable things must also be considered unreliable. For example, if we want to know the value of a book before we read it, it is unreliable to rely on other people's introductions and recommendations. The most reliable way is to roll up the book and then touch the center of it with the palm of your hand to feel it. If what you feel in the palm of your hand is a blast of warmth, then this book will definitely be of value to you. But if you feel a current of cold air, then it will not be. Not only is it worthless, but it might also be harmful. Spiritual perception is like testing the value of something with the palm of your hand against a closed book. This method is simple and effective because the palm of your hand will not deceive you, whereas other people's introductions and recommendations can and may. The same is true when dealing with people. For example, if someone wants to add you to their social media contacts, then his or her first sentence, their small picture or video, or an article sent by them will tell you everything that you need to know. This depends on your spiritual sense. If you feel comfortable and refreshed, then you should approve this person. But if you feel uncomfortable and unpleasant, or dark and dim, then they should probably be denied. When dealing with people, it is best to capture their first telepathy. If you feel good, then you should associate with them. But if you feel bad, then please stop immediately. Once you have dealt with people for a long time, you will develop rational analyses and cognitive judgments. At that time, cut, it won't sever. Sort, it become messier. It is your troubling woe and an unspeakable taste fills your heart. Whether it is for a person, a theory, a religion, a political party, or a country, it is more effective to use spiritual perception and understanding. For the future, spiritual perception is more accurate. From this point of view, it is better to read fewer bad books and hear fewer bad words. The more messy knowledge and information that you know, the more spiritually insensitive you will be.